Good evening, everybody. It's Sunday, December the 26th. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone's having a marvelous Christmas holiday so far. It's about 6:30 here in Toronto. I'm your wealth guy. Let's talk money. Let's talk Sunday market preview for the week. So before we dive into this week coming, the last trading week of the year, let's take a look at what happened last week, because on Thursday, just prior to the market close, the S&P continued to hit all-time highs and in fact closed above all-time highs. Now, will that momentum continue this week? There's a very, very strong possibility that the S&P, the Dow, all indices will probably continue to push upwards into this final week. In fact, let's have a look at what happened with the 10-year yield in particular. So the yield curve is starting to increase on an incline, which indicates that money is in fact leaving the debt market and moving back into equities. And that's a very positive sign going right across the board. Also very positive is crude. As I've mentioned before, crude is the lifeblood of the market. So as crude goes, the Dow tends to follow suit. Now, I really don't anticipate crude falling this week at all. In fact, I think that crude is going to continue to move up, and I think it's going to pull the Dow up with it. Now, taking a look at the US dollar, that's a little bit of a tougher call, because as the US dollar continues to increase in strength, it is a little bit of a negative pressure on the market. Now, although it's keeping the market from running away, it is also adding a little bit of resistance. Now, that is potentially a positive, but let's see what happens this week as far as US dollar's relative strength is concerned. Taking a look at overall risk in the market, I think risk has continued to drop, especially as the US dollar has been a little bit on that flat side, and the 10-year yield is still sitting at about 1.4.5. So nothing really significant in terms of risk increase in the market. Now, that doesn't mean risk does not exist. It just means that it's going to sit at a lower level or a lower chance of any kind of market correction. Keep in mind that doesn't guarantee no correction. It just means that there is nothing predictable that's going to cause it to happen. Now, if we take a look at cryptocurrencies this week, over the weekend, it has been a little bit flat. In fact, slightly to the negative overall for Ethereum, and Bitcoin in and of itself is just pretty well flat, dipping well below its highs of last week, currently sitting at just over 50,000, and Ethereum just over $4,000. Overall, I think that momentum in cryptocurrencies will probably sit around this level. I really don't anticipate or see any reason why the crypto market might increase. So for now, I'm going to say that my position on crypto is going to be a flat call for the week. Taking a look at precious metals, a bit of a different game here. Gold did jump over 1800, which is a critical mark for me, and is currently sitting at 1810. Now, that potential for gold to continue to increase, I think, is there. Whether or not there's enough strength or momentum to push it higher is a different story. Long term, I am still quite bullish on the yellow metal, but taking a look at silver, silver does have a little bit of suppression. It's not really moving the way it should, especially considering the inflationary levels. Silver is still sitting just below $23, which for me is my critical line. I'd like to see it jump over that this week. And if it does, there is that potential that moving into January, we could see silver sit around 23.5, which would be a tremendous leap forward for the white metal. Taking a look at other areas of the commodity market, I am still also pretty bullish on platinums and the platinum group in general, including palladium. But I'm also taking a look and continue to take a look on uranium, because I do believe that in the long run, uranium will also continue to push higher and higher, as well as lithium. But that's it for the most part, everybody. This week, I am expecting a serious move to continue to hold all-time highs. I do anticipate Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to be a little bit more volatile, as we do have some economic numbers coming out. But overall, I think it's going to be a very positive week, but we'll see what happens. That's it, everybody. I will see you at the opening bell.